Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, Speak Better. If you're new here, my name is Jane, and this channel is all about helping you speak English with confidence using simple, real-life lessons. Here's the truth. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need thousands of vocabulary words. And you definitely don't need a foreign accent. What you really need is the right method and daily practice. So, if you're serious about improving your English, you're in the right place. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin today's lesson together. By the end of this video, you'll have a new way of thinking about English and it might completely change your learning journey. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. How to speak English fluently, Part 1. What if I told you that the biggest reason you can't speak English is not grammar, not vocabulary, and not your accent? It's your fear. Hi everyone! Welcome to our English learning journey. If you're watching this video, it means you want to speak English confidently. And let me tell you something, you are in the right place. Many people think they need to memorize thousands of words before speaking English. Others believe they must know every grammar rule first. But that's not true. Think about a small child. When a child starts speaking, they don't know grammar. They don't know difficult words. They simply listen, copy, make mistakes, and keep speaking. That is exactly how every language is learned. Now ask yourself one question. When was the last time you actually spoke English for even 1 minute? Maybe you watched videos. Maybe you learned grammar. Maybe you memorized vocabulary. But did you speak? Learning without speaking is like learning to swim without getting into the water. You can read every swimming book in the world, but you won't become a swimmer until you enter the pool. English is exactly the same. From today, make one promise to yourself. I will speak English every single day, even if I make mistakes. Remember this. Mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is. Every fluent English speaker made thousands of mistakes before becoming confident. The only difference is that they never stopped practicing. Let me tell you a short story. There was a young man who dreamed of getting a good job. Every interview required English. He understood English, but whenever someone asked him a question, he became nervous. His mind went blank. One day, he decided to change. He started speaking for just 5 minutes every day. He talked to himself in front of a mirror. Sometimes his sentences were wrong. Sometimes he forgot words. But he didn't quit. After a few months, something amazing happened. He wasn't perfect, but he was confident, and confidence changed everything. This can happen to you too. You don't need perfect English. You need consistent practice. So here's your first challenge. After this video, stand in front of a mirror and introduce yourself in English for 1 minute. It doesn't matter if your English is simple, just speak. Because every sentence you speak today brings you one step closer to fluency. In this series, we'll improve together, one lesson at a time, one conversation at a time, and one day at a time. If you're ready to transform your English, stay with me until the end of this journey. Let's make English a part of your daily life. In the last part, we talked about one important thing. You don't need perfect English to start speaking. But now, the question is, how do you actually build confidence and start your speaking journey? Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome back to our English learning journey. If you're still watching this video, it means you have decided to improve yourself. And I want to say one thing. You are already one step ahead because you started. Many people dream about speaking English, but they never take action. They keep waiting for the perfect time. They say, I will start tomorrow. I will learn more grammar first. I will speak when my English becomes better. But the truth is, your English will become better when you start speaking. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes because of action. Think about the first time you learned to ride a bicycle. You were scared, you thought you might fall, but you learned because you tried again and again. English is also a skill. At the beginning, you may feel uncomfortable. You may make mistakes. You may forget words. But every mistake is teaching you something new. So don't be afraid of small mistakes. Instead of saying, my English is bad, start saying, my English is improving every day. Your thoughts create your confidence. Now let's talk about the first habit that can change your English journey. Start speaking with yourself. Yes, you heard it right. Talk to yourself in English. When you wake up, say, "Good morning. Today is a new day." When you see your surroundings, describe them. "This is my phone. This is my room. I am drinking water." These small sentences train your brain to think in English. Remember, fluency is not created in one day. It is created by small practice every day. One sentence today, 10 sentences tomorrow, a small conversation after some time. Slow progress is still progress. So today, make a promise to yourself. I will not wait for perfect English. I will start with simple English, because the person who practices every day will always improve. In the next part, we will learn how to create a simple daily English routine that can help you become a confident speaker. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you in part 3. Yeah, part 1. Che. And you don't need perfect English. You need consistent practice. Say, directly connect, hota hai. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, "I will start learning English tomorrow"? Maybe once, maybe 100 times, but tomorrow never comes. The truth is, you don't need a perfect plan or expensive course. You just need to start today. Think about a small child. A child doesn't worry about grammar or pronunciation. They simply listen, copy, make mistakes, and try again. That's exactly how we learn any language. So don't be afraid if your English isn't perfect. Every mistake is a step toward becoming fluent. From today, make one simple promise to yourself. Spend just 10 minutes every day with English. Listen to a short story. Read a small paragraph. Learn 5 new words. And speak out loud, even if no one is listening. At first, you may feel uncomfortable, but after a few weeks, you'll notice that understanding. English becomes easier and speaking feels more natural, remember? Confidence doesn't come before practice. It comes because of practice. The people who speak English fluently today were beginners once. The only difference is that they never stopped learning. So don't compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with the person you were yesterday. Improve just 1% every day, and after a few months, you'll be surprised by your own progress. Keep learning, keep speaking, and most importantly, never give up. I'll see you in the next part. Let me tell you a simple truth. English is not a talent, it's a habit. Many people think, "My English is weak because I'm not smart enough," but that's not true. The real reason is that they don't practice consistently. Imagine 2 people starting on the same day. One person studies English for 2 hours only on Sunday. The other person practices for just 15 minutes every single day. After a few months, the second person will usually speak better. English because consistency always beats intensity. Here's something you can do from today. Whenever you wake up, try thinking in English for 1 minute. Say simple sentences like, "Good morning. Today I feel happy. I need to drink water. I have to go to work." Or, "I'm going to study English today." Don't worry if your sentences are simple. Simple English spoken every day is much more powerful than difficult English that you never use. Also, stop translating every word from your native language. Instead, try to understand the meaning directly in English. At first, your brain will struggle, but slowly it will become faster. That's how fluency develops. Always remember this: every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. They improved because they kept showing up every day. So don't wait for the perfect time. Your journey has already started. Keep moving forward one sentence at a time. I'll meet you in the next part. Until then, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and keep speaking English every single day.